How good is good enough? Are you an 80-20 kind of a person where 80% of the job at least enables you to get on with getting more done and the remaining 20% isn't worth the return on investment? Or do you like to have as much evidence and information as possible in order to make a decision, to change your mind, to commit to something, or indeed if you're a farmer, to adopt new technology? Now, this is a question that we've been kicking around within Agri-TechE for a while now. And when you think of our ecosystem, our community contains sort of the research community at the really fundamental research end, where their world is really evidenced by peer-reviewed papers, very kind of scientifically robust. And at the other end of the value chain, up to farm gate, are farmers who may perhaps more rely on practical experience. They're certainly potentially not going to be persuaded by peer-reviewed papers. So where on that spectrum of evidence, where does the balance sit between the perfect and the practical? And we're going to be exploring that at REAP 2026, which will be on the 4th of November in Peterborough. And we're delighted to announce this week that we have Professor Anjali Goswami as our keynote speaker, and she is Defra's Chief Scientific Advisor. Now, all government departments have a CSA, really to bring kind of science into evidence-based policy making. And I would argue that in no department is this more important than in Defra. There are some really heavy dependencies on scientific information and evidence in order to make decisions and to create policy. And we'll be hearing from Professor Goswami as to how that process works and what's good enough for Defra in terms of finding the right information and enough evidence to make decisions and change policy. So hope you can join us. We'll also be hearing from speakers from AM Fresh, we'll be hearing from Tesco, Elsams. We will also be hearing from Hewlow Farms, Waldersley Farms, Wright Farm Produce. There'll be farmers right at the heart and centre of it, as well, of course, as the SMEs, the early stage ventures and the research community telling you about their exciting research that's coming down the pipeline on to the farm. I think we've certainly got some spaces left for the technology exhibition if you'd like to be part of that. I think we have one or maybe two sponsorship packages left. If you would like to ally your brand, your organisation to the REAP conference, we'd be delighted to have that conversation with you. So hope to see you there. So this week, it's been Fruit Focus. Did you go? Golly, now isn't horticulture really of the moment in the UK industry right now, because the Farming and Food Partnership Board, which you may remember was set up in response to Baroness Batter's Farming Profitability Review, that board is undertaking a series of sector growth plans, with horticulture being the first one. So really important that the communities come together, particularly, fruit, golly, challenging time all round in agriculture and horticulture, but really we love Fruit Focus. It's a great show, and some of the team were there, so if you went, I hope you enjoyed it. And a date for your diary next week. It's the next in our series of Agri-Tech Meets ... So we've done Agri-Tech Meets Navigation, and this next one is Agri-Tech Meets Space. We know that space technology is really important both on farm and indeed for the wider supply chain. And the purpose of our Agri-Tech Meets series is to really bring in technologies from other sectors, other industries, into ag and hort, so that we can start to see where tech has been validated elsewhere that can be relevant and valuable in our industry. So that's on Thursday the 16th of July, so hope you can make it. It's free to members and as a small charge for non-members, so you'll be very welcome. Okay, I think that will do for now. Have a great weekend and see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for this week's Agri-Tech Update. Subscribe, share and stay connected. And don't forget to sign up for our newsletter to get the latest innovations straight into your inbox. See you next week.